Kick it off.
Let's get started. So it's great to follow from Edo's presentation. All of the features that he mentioned are going to be released in the next 2 weeks with our 18.1 release. So we're really excited about that. And over the past 2 days, we've seen a lot of tremendous kind of art of the possible types of showcases from customers, partners, MVPs. But Ivan and we're here on stage to talk about what's coming next. It's the last presentation of the conference, so congratulations on making it this far. We ask for your attention for the next 20 minutes or so before we wrap up the conference. And here we really want to talk about what we're looking at over the next 12 months to invest in the big ideas, the opportunities that we want to pursue together.
Yes. I know what Andrew's doing. He does this to me every year. He tells me, when you need to bring people back to what Resco is all about, can you do the job? Translation, you're becoming really old. So I guess that's my job.
That's right, yeah.
I've been with Resco for about 16 years, and I experienced it firsthand. Since the very beginning, since I joined that company, we're always at the edge of the possible. Does anybody remember Google Glasses here in the audience? So we were one of the first companies creating mobile CRM application that was fully supported on Google Glass. I know Lukas remembers that. Whatever device we can put our hands on, that was our job, make it perfect for the field workers. And this is our biggest commitment right here. Whatever the future holds, we want to be part of it, and we want to make sure that we support you along the way so that you can get the best value out of any device, any technology that comes out in the future.
I'm glad I asked you to do that
I
part.
know.
Right, so now really the task is about what's ahead. We'll try and get that mic off in the back over there. That's all right. We've made it this far. It's okay. We can be a little casual with it. Right? So, sorry, no. It's all right. So, we're planning an ambitious roadmap because we really think, we can add a lot of value to your lives, whether you're a partner or you're a customer. Our product strategy moving forward is really going to focus on 3 distinct areas that we think are really important for enterprise applications, frontline apps, mobile apps. That's, of course, our primary product, which is mobile CRM, maintaining our competitive advantage, maintaining the mobile product as a leading mobile client, along with all the configuration tools and options that we saw with Edo a little bit earlier. In addition to that, we heard a lot about inspections. We think that inspections, but more broadly, workflows across different applications, environments, use cases, are a really important area for us for growth and to continue investing in. And the last part of this is components. Smaller pieces of complex, customizable components that can be combined to create a very custom user experience or custom application. So these things are going to define our product strategy moving forward, how we're thinking about our investments of time and expertise and competence. In addition, we are making a strong commitment to ensuring that we use AI responsibly, ethically, and productively. We don't want to just go chase trends and try to put something shiny out there. We want to make it useful. We want to make it productive for everyone. So this is going to be, of course, a big part of our products moving forward, also our internal operations and our contribution to your successes as partners and customers. Over the next 12 months, our goals are to help you, if you're a partner, to be more competitive, to be more successful, to go out and get more business or create better applications. If you're a customer, we want to continue supporting a stable, high-performing application that gets the job done, that helps you accomplish what you need to do out in the field. So right now we can dive into the details. Ivan, I'll pass it over to you, as I like to do, and we're going to start with mobile.
Old guys back. So when it comes to mobility, where are the strategic investments that we're making? And here we have limited time, so the goal is not to go through every feature like Edo did, and you'll find it on our website with all the details about the roadmap, but to give you some really highlights, big picture, where we investing our resources, our money, our people potential, so that you can rely on us when you're building your success. When it comes to mobility, we have 3 strategic areas. First one is field performance, so let's dive into that. First of all, I think we're one of the most unique companies in the world, and I know it as a matter of fact because we have companies who come to us even outside of Microsoft space who ask us to help their customers to support them with any type of application they have. When it comes to Resco, we are the unmatched provider of all the native applications for all the platforms, and that's going to stay that way. As a matter of fact, if anybody would like to take a guess, we have about a third of our users on Windows devices. Not too many companies investing there, making us really unique. And this is where you're going to see our continued investment as well, making sure that you're supported on any device that you choose. Next one. Edo spent quite some time talking about it. The key differentiator is the sync engine. We think of it really as user experience think. We think that if the application performs well, the user doesn't have to worry about waiting 2 minutes, 3 minutes, clicking here and there. The application should be smooth, easy to operate with as many clicks as possible. And the big thing is our performance, right? When you compare us to any competitor in the world, we believe we are 5 to 6 times faster than any application you can find out there. But what the problem is, we learned through my colleague Dargi, who's right here. They're working with the key accounts that we have. Many customers of ours struggle to figure it out and set it up the right way. So what you're going to see from us in the next 12 to 16 months is a lot of optimization and investment into making sure that setting up the sync engine, the rules, the filters, etc., is as easy as it can be. We're going to support the open telemetry protocol to make sure that you can manage the sync engine in a better way. And we're going to implement some AI features to make sure that the very first steps you make when you're setting up the sync filters are done the right way, so that when you're building more and more complex filters and sync setups and conditions, you're starting off the right foot. Next thing, Woodford, another big investment. Woodford is the tool that is really the heart and soul of Resco technology. It allows all of you to create your versions of the Resco application, whether you're in field service, HVAC, dental business, whatever business you do, you're very unique, we understand that. The application is going to be only as good as you can really fit it for your use case, your business, your industry, your segment. That's where Woodford comes really into play. And we learned over the years, mastering Woodford is not an easy task, right? Over the years, it became quite a robust tool. The learning curve is quite steep, so we want to make it easier for you. We defined 3 key areas where we know that our customers and partners spend a lot of time figuring out, and that's views, forms, and rules. So you're going to see in the next 12 months investment into bringing AI functionality there to help you design these 3 elements in a better way, faster way, and making sure that you don't have to spend 2-3 weeks learning how to use those designers, and you can do it quick. Edo mentioned as well, cherry on top of the cake. We know that a lot of customers are playing with the Power Apps, thinking if the Power App can be the application that they can use across the organizations and departments and teams. That's why we're bringing the model-driven application converter, so you can easily convert your Power App experience into Resco and see side by side how that performance really compares. Couple of examples of the screenshot right behind me, the rules AI assistant and the converter on the right side. The last area of investment is the actual user, the persons in the field who are doing the job and doing it the right way. We know that the experience for them has to be as smooth as possible, and that's where you're going to see the investment from us as well. We identify these 5 core components: the shell, the view, the form, the calendar, and the dashboard. And we want to make sure that these are as easy and user-friendly as possible. So a couple of examples right behind me on the screen. We are really improving the sign-in process. We don't want the field users to be experts on what backend you're using, what URL you need to put in, etc. Make the sign-in process really simple, really easy. Switching between the accounts should be a piece of cake. And then we also learned over the years that calendar is one of the most used features. Pretty much everybody in the field is driven by the calendar, where they can see their agenda, their appointments, their tasks, etc. So we're completely rebuilding the calendar experience so it's nice and modern and gives you everything in a nutshell. Thank you. The second area, inspections. We launched inspections, and Andrew, you probably remember it. It was a conference in Atlanta, Georgia, 2016, when we said inspections going to be a big thing. Over the years, the product has proven it. The revenue that how we measure success has proven it as well. But we believe now it's time to make a really big step forward. You saw the session right after the keynote yesterday, where my colleagues presented the Gen 2, so Generation 2 inspection experience. It makes us internally extremely exciting because we believe this is a chance to really revolutionize how companies deal with data collection processes. So our ultimate goal with the new inspection experience is to provide one experience. Let me tell you a quick story. I work in sales. I talk to companies almost on a daily basis. One of the biggest struggles I hear nowadays is we have an app for that, we have a tool for that, we have a tool for that, and tool for that. It's a nightmare. We have seasonal workers, we have external workers, we have contractors, we have internal workers. Everybody uses something. Bringing it all together is tough. Sometimes the data doesn't flow where it should, etc. This is exactly the problem that we see on the market, and this is the solution that we're offering to you. Single solution that will allow you to create digital forms, designer, player, that you can plug everywhere, and gives you a peace of mind because it will be one experience across the teams and departments. So first step is the designer, right? Where you have to create the digital forms, the questionnaires, and make sure they work and look nicely wherever you use them. You're going to see this new questionnaire designer that will support AI functions. You don't have to become a subject matter expert. You can build the questions, the answers, the possible options, etc. very quickly. We'll also want to build the regulations base so that if things change, think of industries that are heavily regulated based on laws, etc., that you can automatically incorporate all those changes without the need of the human touch, internal procedures, and usage patterns. Over the time, it will learn how people are using the questions, how quickly they go through the questionnaires, etc., and optimize the experience. And here, a couple of examples behind me. The goal, make it crisper, smoother, looking better, and performing really well. Second step, the Questionnaire Player. We actually learned from our advisor, who's not here with us, but I'm sure it's a familiar name, Ben Vollmer, right, Andrew? That inspections is one of the most used use cases of Power Apps. And we think that we can really improve on that, right? So partially it's driven by the external market. We want to make sure that Power Apps will become the best tool, thanks to Resco Questionnaire Player, for building those experiences. And at the same time, it's driven by our internal needs. We really wanted to separate the inspection functionality from rest of the Resco technology stack, make sure it's not dependent on Woodford. We build it in a brand new technology, React and Material UI, to make sure that it's looking good, it's performing well. And it also will allow us to bring new components and AI features much quicker. Some of the examples right behind me, inline search, rating, range, new components that you can incorporate into the questionnaire and make it a better functionality. We're also not omitting the user. So we want to bring the AI functionality that is contextual, on spot, when you need it, not intrusive. So if you're collecting the data, compare it with some historical results, provide you some more context and information what's happening when you're doing the job. And the best part, if you ask me, we want to make sure that you can use the inspection or Questionnaire Player Gen 2 anywhere you use it. Be it the Resco application, of course, be it a Chrome, Edge, any browser, be it Microsoft Teams application, be it Power App or Power Pages, you decide, we're going to be there with you. Third and almost last step, we know that the data collection is not about data collection, it's about what you do with the data, right? You want to extract the business value from the field, translate it into making smart decisions, big decisions about your business, your customers, where you spend money, etc. So part of it is reports and analysis. Investment you're going to see from us is we're going to build a Power Automate connector to make sure that you can generate documents and reports easily using the proven technology provided by Microsoft. As an example, you submit a form, we'll generate a PDF report out of it, store it automatically in your SharePoint with the related account or records that you're using. And if you need to provide some more detailed look, more detailed view, slice and dice the data any way you want, JSON-based data sets that you can plug easily into Microsoft Fabric and Power BI so that you can provide or create the visual reports. Almost the last step before I hand over the word back to Andrew. Sometimes, not always, we see that when it comes to inspections, a lot of the jobs are scheduled. Not always though, right? But sometimes they are. The tasks, the inspections, the work orders, the bookings, etc. So part of our inspection experience is a scheduler that we want to provide to you as a component that you can easily plug into your organizations and environments and the way you need it. So it's flexible and fully configurable, but it's part of our bigger component story. So with that, I hand over the word back to Andrew so he can tell you a little bit more.
Thank you. Perfect. I love the applause for the calendar. It's just a classic. So coding is one of the booming use cases for AI. But we also don't want to forget about some of the tools that are available right now to help consultants and app makers to create better applications. So last year, we introduced this product called Power Components. And we're going to continue with this product, kind of steer it in a community-driven way, creating components that replace deprecated components from Microsoft or missing components on the market, or maybe open source providing an upgrade over open source components that might not be enterprise ready or very configurable. So that's our commitment. We're going to continue doing this. But being more specific, there's 3 areas that we're going to invest into heavily in our components line, and that's the scheduler, as Ivan mentioned. It's exploring and then bringing mobile app components, and as well focusing on the entire configuration experience for PCFs and components, whether they're ours or the ones that you're building and using in your projects. So happy to speak a little bit more about those areas. With the scheduler, we want to increase the usability and the coverage of different use cases. So think things like time shift or skills or grouping or being able to put in logic into the calendar. And throughout it all, we want to improve the experience and the UI to make it useful and helpful for everyone. So we'll be moving towards a nicer visual experience like you see behind me. Second investment area for us in components is around mobile app components. We get questions, can we use PCFs in Resco Mobile? Are you creating and specializing in mobile components for Power Apps? This has not been an area that we've entered yet with the product, but we will be pursuing this in the next 12 months. So we imagine being able to use PCFs in Resco Mobile, creating our own components that can enhance our app or Power Apps. And again, the goal here is to enhance productivity for frontline users. So a familiar component that you see is the tagged image components. It's accessible in our inspections forms. It's accessible as a component for model-driven applications, but it's something that we also want to fit the mobile use case as well. There'll be more coming in this space over the next 12 months from Resco. The last major investment area for us into components is around easier visual configuration. We've seen a little bit about it before, but we want to create a tool. As we've gotten into the PCF space, we've learned that we could add a lot of value by creating a tool that makes the whole process simpler, that allows you to have a visual experience, work with templates, previews, and just be more effective overall. So we're going to be investing in this, improving in it. And what's really unique is that it's not just something that supports our components, but something that can support any kind of PCFs that you're building and putting into your projects. A nice area that we also want to look into and bring is AI-powered configuration, so kind of a prompt experience to be able to customize a PCF. We think that would be very useful and helpful. Again, I think we've seen this visual before, but we want to make it less complex, less code, more visual type of experience. So we've looked at kind of the 3 main product areas that are part of our strategy that we're really going to be investing into that we think are going to be helpful for everyone in the audience. In addition, one of our responsibilities with our products is to invest into tech partnerships. I saw Marek smiling, so look, Marek, you're up on the big screen. So it's important for us to continue, of course, our partnerships with Microsoft and Salesforce. What we're going to be investing into is a better out-of-the-box experience with Esri Maps. This has come up when, on occasions where whether maybe a utilities company kind of you need kind of this specialized mapping tool, and we hear it pretty regularly. So we're going to be making this experience easier to work with Esri Maps. We're going to have our own listing on PCF Gallery. We want to collaborate with that components marketplace, so you'll be seeing us there. And in addition, we want to continue, as we've been doing at Resco Next, to be a big part of the Microsoft community and keep working with their product and engineering teams, MVPs in the community at large, to be part of the bigger conversation that everyone is having and to contribute to everyone's success. The most integral part of this is all of you and staying connected. So our roadmap is on our website. After the conference, you can bet that we're going to be updating things based on the conversations and feedback that we've heard from you. That's the go-to place to track everything that's coming from Resco, as well as to contribute your ideas and suggestions and recommendations for directions for the product. In addition, in the conference app, we've had a feature request section. So as soon as we get back to Bratislava, we're going to be reviewing everything that you've suggested and hopefully bringing that into our roadmap as well. Another thing to mention is that Ivan, myself, Edo, and our product team, we're more than happy to get in touch, talk through these things, listen to your ideas, improve, and iterate. We want to invite the audience to continue the conversation with us after Resco Next and keep this kind of a living dialogue and make sure that we're focusing on the right things for our roadmap. Now, to really put it all together, the direction that we want to take our products is one platform of interoperable tools, components, the mobile client and inspections workflows, and just make it a one-stop shop for you to build various types of applications, heavy mobile offline applications for your service technicians, lighter applications on the Power Platform enhanced with our next generation Questionnaire Player, components throughout. We'd really like to just create a seamless, unified experience for you. So you can expect improvements in the architecture, in the design, and the ability to pull and pick and choose what you need in order to build the right application for the right person at the right time. So that's our commitment. And thank you for being with us these great 2 days. It's been a tremendous lot of ideas, great examples from our customers. I think that was the highlight for me. Ivan, thank you for joining me up here, and thank you so much.
My pleasure. Thank you all.